Welcome to the Captain's Deck, the exclusive podcast about Star Trek and Star Trek things. April Fools is the Rebel Scum podcast.
Apparently there are three scripts happening. I'm James.
And I'm Brock.
Yo, 3 Star Trek scripts in the works. 3 or 4.
Yeah, I heard 4.
I gotta say one thing. Yeah. The Tarantino one, look, I've heard the podcast. I listened to it months ago, the podcast about how he talks about Star Trek, how he loves Star Trek. He prefers it to Star Wars. And he was saying how he loves Star Trek, and he understands the problem with Into Darkness, which I thought was really cool. But an R-rated Star Trek, to me, is not necessary.
Yeah, is that basically like Aliens, more or less? Well,
I mean, that's not Star. That's not Star. I don't want an R-rated. Sorry, I know people do.
Sorry,
like I don't know. Look, I love Tarantino movies, but if you need to put swearing in Star Trek, maybe that's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool to see Tarantino do something like that.
Oh, I think it would be cool, but he doesn't need to swear.
Yeah, like Star Trek, it's like, if we had Star Wars with cursing and sex and stuff, you'd be like, okay. I mean, we saw nipples in Last Jedi, so.
We did. That is my favorite part. This is episode 88. It's IG88 today. IG88 is right here. If I added him in.
You should totally do it.
I'm going to.
That's crappy.
Don't worry. He's here right now.
That's him shooting at me.
I can't wait. We got a great show today, but before we get started, we got to give some shout outs.
Shout out.
These are people that watched the entire episode last week and proved it by answering a trivia question that Brock put in the comments below.
That I made up.
That you made up on the spot. You're going to do it again today. Today, though.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever answers it correctly is going to win this shirt. But you got.
I hope it's me because I want that. I love how you're just like, here's a shirt.
I'll show it at the end, and people. We have a shirt. So we'll do the, but we'll stagger it out to make sure. So it's gonna be like when you run like a marathon, how you have to run the entire thing. You can't cut corners. You have to touch the sensors. That's how we'll do it. So all through the thing, we'll have clues to the answer. But anyway, our shout outs for the people that watched until the bitter end. And anyway, Jacob Nixon, Jake Skywalker, he got it wrong.
You got it wrong.
But he also got it right. Because he called it Pew Greedo.
Pew Greedo? Pew Greedo?
Greedo, which I like. And listen up, Lucasfilm. Jericho Keene.
Yeah.
Den Allen. Andrew Nutt. Canon Fantasia.
Boo.
Don't even.
Go back to your other YouTube channel.
Yeah, seriously, where you review movies. I like this movie. That's
thumbing together more like thumb downing together. Suck it.
And Cody Jenkins, you guys all answered our illustrious trivia question. I don't even remember what it was.
I like it's like Blast Tech DL44 or something like that. I'm probably totally get it, but I know it's Blast Tech. I love the detail, and that's so typical Star Wars where it's like it's not just like it's a blaster or like it's a handheld blaster. It's a Blast Tech. It's like you get a manufacturer name and a product name, which I work in AV, so I hear a lot of like model names. You refer to them as that. I'm like, nice.
They got it. It's Star Wars. 7 of them were on this weekend, like nonstop on some channel.
Yeah,
I was at my brother and sister-in-law's, and they just recently got cable. And brother-in-law was
their lives are gonna change
apparently. But he was all excited because 2 channels were showing. One channel was showing Star Wars nonstop. The other one was showing Indiana Jones nonstop.
Wow.
And then on Easter Sunday, one of the channels was showing Tom Hanks movies nonstop. But not like...
Which one?
Yeah, that's a great question. Splash.
Ooh, I wouldn't mind watching that. I haven't seen that one.
Splash, Sleepless in Seattle, Big, and Turner and Hooch.
Wow. Well, that's early Hanks.
Yeah,
too.
it was like... I'm like, that is not Tom Hanks. So he was very excited, but Star Wars was on for a large portion of it. Erin walked in, shook her head, and said, I can't escape this.
I can't. And then leaves and has some glass of red wine.
She poured, and it was a bottle of red wine.
Jay, do you want some wine?
That's
what it's like being at James and Erin's house.
I ate 50 pounds of cream eggs on the weekend. I was like, give me the cream eggs.
I feel like I saw something recently about cream eggs, and I was just like, ugh, like some kind of new way of eating it, like deep fried or something.
No, what I do is I take the cream egg and I bite it and then put it in my mouth.
Wow.
Right? I'm a child
James,
of the
you're
80s.
so woke.
I freaking hate that word. All right, you want to tell people about our Patreon?
I do. Check us out on patreon.com/Rebel Scum Podcast. There are 4 tiers. Like tears from your eyes, but tears of happiness. Tier 1. For $1 a month, you get early access and to the Cloning Around show that I hopefully will get started at some point.
Well, it's going to come out in May.
Yeah, it's
May.
I'm going through a real existential crisis with this show of how exactly we're going to do it. Tier 2 is $2 a month, and it is all of that stuff previous, plus Andrew's project that I don't believe exists, even though there are pictures.
He is Wikipedia.
He is Wikipedia.
Nobody believes me, but he is Wikipedia.
He is Encyclopedia Fantasica.
Nobody under 30 got that reference.
Google it, millennials. Anyways.
I Bing it now.
Bing it. Tier 3, $3 a month, and that's all of those things prior. Plus, if you have an email address, if you have an email theory, or you want us to talk about a topic, or you have something for top 5, or never tell me the odds, we will put and say your name. What? And then tier 4, the final tier, Frontier. Star Trek. $10 a month, you get all those things. Plus, we will have you on the show via Skype or other things that do those things. What else does that? Facebook does something like that. But Skype. What's that? Are you touching your heart?
I'm beaming up.
Oh, we have officially become Star Trek. And yeah, that's it. Check it out, because we like having the monies to make this wonderful basement a thing. I don't know. That's it.
Star Wars hit a lot of cool news. Thanks to everybody that is on.
Thank
the
you
Patreon.
for all the patrons.
Means a lot. Oh, and my review of the Jedi and the director will be up. You probably might be watching that right now.
Sweet.
Maybe not. I don't know. You haven't seen that doc yet, have you?
No.
I've mentioned it before. I've talked to people about it, and I think a lot of people come to the same conclusion as me on it. That's what I find very interesting.
I think I purchased the digital copy that doesn't come with the special things.
Is that even possible? Well, it's Google, so you probably did get screwed.
I don't care. I just wanted the movie. And I saw all the deleted scenes on YouTube.
Show me your phone. While you're reading the news, I'll go through your phone and I'll see if it's there. Because my copy, it just says... Did you watch the movie yet?
Oh, yeah.
See,
not all the way through. I was just jumping around. But yeah, I have it.
When I hit play, it goes to like a DVD menu screen.
I don't get that.
And it's like, and I watch the deleted scenes.
Well, maybe I'll just watch your YouTube video, so I can know all the.
You're not a Patreon, so you can't. Damn. Brock has pledged 99 cents.
I barely make a tier. That's cool. So that's going up soon.
Yeah, because I've been thinking about how to do. I'm not really into reviewing things. That's my problem. I'm not a reviewer. But I was like, I really want to talk about this.
Yeah.
And a lot of people I've spoken to who have watched it have come to the same conclusion as me on the whole process. And honestly, if you didn't like The Last Jedi, you will love this documentary. If you like The Last Jedi,
you will also like this.
Yeah,
because I feel like that's what you said last time.
Yeah, it won't change your mind, but you'll be like, huh.
But it won't convert anyone, is what you're saying.
Well, it might convert people to hating it. If you're on the fence about not liking it, this could easily push you over that side. I'm not even joking. Some things that are happening in here are like, bro, check yourself. Check yourself.
Remember in the first few weeks of Last Jedi where there were so many people that like, I had to watch it 3 times and now I love it. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Now, but it's dropped like 2% on Rotten Tomatoes from the fan thing or something like that. But the thing is, this isn't in the news. This should be. We should bring this out right away. It made $1.3 billion. And every time we say that, there's like a thread of comments. Yeah, but the costs and the marketing and this and that. But an article just came out that said, not only did it make that much money, but it is the highest earning film of 2017.
Yeah.
The highest earning film. So that means all that other crap that everyone likes to doesn't matter, because it still made more than the next best movie, which was Justice League.
When did it hit $1 billion? Within 2017? Because it was 3 weeks later, right? Or would that have been in January?
It was January.
So that's setting in a lot too. Like it doesn't really hit that high. But anyway, sorry, I cut you off there.
No, just like we can say whatever we want about it, but it's the highest earning movie of 2017.
Yeah.
And for all the people that didn't like it, enough people liked it to help it.
Yeah.
Like, look, it was going to make $1 billion probably regardless. Maybe not. But you know what I mean? Like, it kept going.
Yep.
And then Jumanji is amazing. Like, well, I'm sorry, man, but 2 good movies came out back to back. What are you going to do? If it was in the summertime, look, we're not talking about this either, but, well, kind of we are. But Han Solo is tracking, sorry to ruin all the butt hurts, at $150 million opening weekend. Let's just joking about the butt hurts. But look, it's tracking at $150 million.
Yeah.
But they're also saying it's only going to make $390 in domestic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. That's because it's the summertime.
Yeah.
But The Last Jedi almost had a summertime release with the Jumanji effect a week later.
Yeah.
And still was able to push past $1 billion. Like Black Panther didn't. Black Panther, look, not to take away from the success of Black Panther, but if it comes out in May, it's not as successful as it is in February because of the clustermuck of other movies that are all around it.
Yeah.
It had nothing until A Wrinkle in Time, and that movie nobody wanted to see.
Yep.
So, it was fine until Pacific Rim Uprising. Up rose Black Panther.
I still haven't seen it. Ah.
I saw Ready Player Uno.
That was great.
It was.
I mean, I don't think it's life changing, but I enjoyed it. I love the book, so I was like, I'm easy to sell on these things.
You are, I'm
very easy.
You mix the Kool-Aid.
I'm like, this is great.
Yeah, you make the
Get
Kool-Aid.
me some Tang and some High C.
I liked it, but look, it's the highest earning movie of 2017.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, it's just the highest grossing movie of 2017. It doesn't mean anything other than it made a ton of money.
Yeah.
And I don't know why everyone has to hate everybody. Can we all just get along?
I mean, people that don't like it their points are valid because I think this will affect future Star Wars movies down the road, or maybe not at all. And I don't know. Like, who knows?
If you didn't like it, watch the Jedi. And
I liked the movie. I loved it. It was great.
Don't watch the Jedi and the Director.
But I need to know.
It won't change your mind on the movie.
Yeah.
It'll change your mind on other things surrounding the movie.
Yeah.
And that's really what but as like and I made movies and I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, when you're acting like a dick on set, I get it.
So, without spoiling anything, do you like this little documentary, or you're concerned?
Oh, the documentary is great. It's honestly, I think it was like right. Have you ever seen the total side Akbar here? There is the movie Boondock Saints?
Yeah.
Great film.
Shot in Toronto.
However, have you seen the documentary that goes with it?
No.
Oh, what is that documentary called? Like Midnight Jerk or something? I can't remember what it's called. It is. Look, this is random, so don't have a plan. It is an amazing documentary about the making of the Boondock Saints. Yeah. The guy who wrote the Boondock Saints worked in a bar in Boston, and Harvey Weinstein,
everybody's fave,
he came in to have a drink because he's Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, yo, I have a script, read it. And for whatever reason, Harvey Weinstein read the script, bought the script for like $1 million from him, and then bought him the bar.
What do you mean? He bought the bar for that guy?
The bar that he worked in, he said, this is yours now. But so anyway, so he was like, I'm making a movie, Boondock Saints, and he hired his 2 friends who are like genuinely, like they're decent filmmakers, it looks like. And they follow him, this nut job, talented, on making the Boondock Saints, and you see him burn every bridge. This wasn't as good as that one, but this was a very good filmmaking documentary.
But that says something like that documentary used to tag onto a movie is engaging. You don't get that a lot anymore, at least in the Blu-ray or
And
DVD.
I honestly think it had to do with this guy that did Boondock Saints was a nobody who was like, oh, let's document this, when he hired his friends to do it.
Right.
And Ryan Johnson is an indie filmmaker who was excited, and I think he just got his friends, because there's a part, I think he got his friends to do it, because there's a part where they're having like this chat, and they're like, I'm Ryan Johnson, and I'm Rand Bergman, and blah, 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 and Star Wars, and Luke Skywalker, and then Kathleen Kennedy walks in, she goes, hey Ryan, blah, 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 oh, hi guys, and like shuts the door and leaves. Like, it seems like they were just doing it for fun.
This is true. I mean, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in that movie, plus the dude that's like, that one dude that's in all of the things.
And Mark Hamill's in it.
And Mark Hamill
twice. He plays a little creature in Canto Bight.
Oh, imagine Mark Hamill became like the new Warwick Davis in Star Wars movies, where like he never really talks. I guess so he never really talks, but you just sort of see him and everything. But like, it's different with like Warwick Davis. Cause like
we're sharing keys.
We're sharing keys. Joe needs to leave.
Can I say hi?
If you get it framed.
Can I get close to you?
Get out of here.
Bye, guys.
He's not used to a video podcast. He's just using the audio one. Check him out on No Inner Monologue on Things.
He just ruined IG-88 in the shot. I don't know why he's this tall. He's sitting on a stool very far down.
So anyways, that's a good place to segue to the next thing, I guess. What are we talking about next, James? Star Wars.
Mark Hamill. Let's talk about... Look, I can't wait to talk about Solo and Denny's and all that fun stuff because hashtag third best Star Wars film. But whoa. Let's just go into it because, look, word is slowly leaking and everybody's reporting on it that it actually is apparently a great film.
Han Solo? Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm super psyched.
It's going to be better than Infinity War.
Not to get onto the Denny's commercial, but like that commercial made me so excited for this movie.
I love that you just shrugged off the Infinity War comment. You're like,
Infinity.
Just under the rug.
Yeah,
that you. I didn't even know because I was away for Easter all weekend, and you sent me a text. Did you see the Denny's ad?
That's how I talk.
That's how I read text. But all I saw was someone tweeted out a trading card.
Yeah.
Of Lando.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh cool, there's a trading card of Lando.
Yeah.
And it said Denny's.
Yeah.
But I didn't really. I just got in from the longest drive of my life, and they're like, the trailer is wild. So what were your thoughts on the trailer?
You mean commercial?
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
That
like,
kid playing Alden Ehrenreich playing Han Solo was great.
I was like, is that Alden?
Hashtag not my Han.
I'm like, is this the kid that plays young Han in the movie?
Oh my god.
But it probably isn't. I thought it was great. I watched it a few times, even though I couldn't tell you everything in it, but like it was great. It feels like a commercial from the 90s when they used to do these all the time.
Yeah.
But like produced
Phantom Menace.
like infinitely better. We're like, wow, that looks like a scene. And you're like, oh, this is a commercial. I thought it was great. Even like because the character, that little like cat thing that looks like
from Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda.
Dustin Hoffman is in this movie. That was
and I think he's primarily CG. So, but like, and I know it's not the first time we've seen CG, but I was like, wow, that looks really good, and it's in a commercial. Like, so I loved it, and I was like, this is genius, and it makes me want to go to Denny's, which is, I don't know if you're gonna get that stuff here in Canada. I would like to go, one, because I like those cards,
and two, because you want to.
And I just want to see what it looks like.
The Grand Slam breakfast.
And then they renamed all the things on their menu.
Oh, yeah.
Genius.
Yeah, that's a great marketing. Somebody said to me, they're like, I'm going to go to Denny's today. It wasn't you, it was somebody else. You also said that. I, on the other hand, had a pretzel bagel. Plain.
Where? From like a store, or did you buy it?
It was a baguette. I went to the Cousin's Bakery.
Oh, Cousin's is good.
Yeah, and it was fresh, and I said, I'll have it. It was like 50 cents.
Did it have salt on it, or is it just like pretzel bread? Oh, okay.
No salt.
But you know what I mean, right? Like it's like the pretzel bread. Yeah.
It's an intriguing conversation. I had no mustard. I just ate it on the drive here. It was fantastic because I wasn't expecting to come this time. The cards look great though.
Yeah.
I would actually go to Denny's for these cards. Last time I was in Denny's was 2009. So in California, if anyone cares.
That notorious picture of me and Daryl. That was probably.
Oh wait, that was after 2009.
God,
that's right around. You guys have milkshake at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
anyway, a lot of cool characters on these cards. We're gonna do our top 5 favorite cards.
I am blown away how no matter how many times I see Donald Glover wearing that yellow shirt, I'm just like, yes, like it just pops.
Yeah, but even the kid in the video looked great in it.
Yeah.
I was like, this is Kid Lando. I want to watch Kid Lando and Kid Hot. I want to watch them Saturday mornings on ABC Morning
Talk. Oh my God. I would totally watch that.
What was that morning show? Did you ever see? You might be they used to do, so Saturday mornings they used to have all the cartoons, but there was that one that was like placed on like a submarine or something, and they're like, we're in the submarine. Now let's put on Tom and Jerry. Right?
Oh, yeah.
They played like Tom and Jerry and Papa. What was that called?
There was so many things like that.
Oh,
It was like a mini show you watched, and like YTV used to do that too.
That's Canadian. And then Hamilton had one, Dr. House of Frankenstein or something. That was their Saturday morning. But the ABC one, I think it was ABC or CBS, was the best one. But NBC, two city guys.
These are they're streetwise. I miss those shows.
One World, California Dreamin'. Anyway, we're going to do a top 5 favorite of these cards because I thought the trailer was great too. I have one issue with that trailer though.
Commercial.
It was a commercial. No, my one issue with it was the new creatures look great and all.
Yeah.
But are we ever going to get someone that we know?
Yeah,
now
that's a good question.
The Six-Eye McGuy, what's his name? Hold on. Argus.
Argus, like
Colonel
Pollux,
Argus.
6 Eyes?
6 Eyes Panox. Panox. Yeah. He's cool looking and he's kind of similar to what we've seen in the past, but it's still like, and then you got Snapjaw, Scissor Punch. And
I'm so into how much they're making these look like Western characters.
yeah.
Like, even the way that 6 Eye is standing with his, like, hands in his belt, like, little cardboard pictures are making me excited to see a movie. God bless America and Canada.
Well,
Mostly Canada.
Yeah, we don't really get credit. Look, I think it looks great. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below because this, no one needs to sell me on this movie anymore.
No.
But a lot of people need to. As Rob McDonald tweeted out, a lot of people don't believe in it. There are other people that are going to boycott it still.
You know what? Do what you think is best. Because I would honestly be very interested to see if there's fallout from Last Jedi on this movie. Because, like, as much as, like, we hate to hear that, like, people don't want to see a movie because they didn't like the other one, it would be, like, because Star Wars has a whole new level, I think it would be so interesting. Like, if it were to occur, they would make, like, there'd be news stories and documentaries about this, quite frankly. I think that'd be very engaging.
The only problem is it would work better if this was episode 9. Like, boycotting episode 9.
Yes.
But you still want to make a point. I get it. Now, people that are boycotting it, I have a question for you. If you're like, I'm not going, no. But let's say, not me or Brock, is whatever. But let's say your friend who hated The Last Jedi got roped into seeing it because his or her spouse or whatever was like, you're coming to see it with me. We're seeing it. And they came back and they said, listen, it is the greatest movie ever made. Which is not going to happen. But let's just say, would you then change your tune and go see Solo? Yeah. That's what I'm curious about. Like, is there going to be a point where people are like, oh man, they read? Because look, for me, it's still, Kasdan wrote this for Lucas before the Disney acquisition. Disney purchased it, still decided to go through with this. I watched Raiders of the Lost Ark last night, and then I watched Temple of Doom. Guess which one was better? Temple of Doom. The Kasdan.
Oh, yeah, because
Kasdan wrote Raiders, so it's way better.
Yeah.
But yeah,
is Short Round only in one movie?
Only, and it's a prequel. This is what I don't get. We have to talk about Short Round on another video because he needs to be in the new one with Sala and Dan Aykroyd.
Why do I think, like, he's in 2 movies?
Because he's in Goonies.
I guess. I mean, yeah, like...
and he's the stunt coordinator for X-Men.
Sala's in a bunch of movies. 2 of them, right? There are recurring characters. I don't know. Sorry, I went on a side Akbar there.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I mean... I don't... Maybe I'm being way too positive where I'm like, oh, if you hate it, then that's cool too. Like, I think...
No, people genuinely don't like The Last Jedi.
Oh, yeah.
Fine. But there are people that genuinely don't like The Last Jedi and still like, well, I'll go see Solo. People that don't like The Last Jedi are like, I have no interest in Solo anyway. And then people who are just boycotting Disney, basically. But he'll still see Infinity War.
Yeah. It's just like this phenomenon that Star Wars lives in where it's just like... I mean, it does. I mean, and rightfully so. Like, I don't think there's much outside of Star Wars that can say that they're like the first franchise to do something like that. Like, it's basically Star Wars.
I think, look, a lot of people, the problem a lot of people have is how they dealt with Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Because Snoke, because you could have killed Snoke halfway through and pissed off Rob, but the lifelong fans don't care if you kill off Snoke because they're not invested in Snoke. But when you treat Luke the way that they did, then the people that have been around for 40 years are like, well, I just wanted to see Luke be the Luke that I grew up with or that I entered this universe with. I didn't want to see him mope. And that goes back to the director of the Jedi.
I mean, I was thinking about this week because I get a lot of people ask me, how can you like that movie? As if like my opinion matters. But thank you. But it's just sort of like, I don't know, Star Wars is like life where like you look forward to something happening like huge. Like you're like, this is the moment. And then you get disappointed. I'm not saying life is just disappointments, but like life is about being excited and disappointed in this like weird equilibrium. And there is no reason. Like you always, I don't want to make it sound like disappointed, like you just never get what you want. But like, you know, when you wait for in anticipation, and it's like the things that are truly the best parts of your life are the things that just happen. But like when you're waiting for something like oh, maybe if I'm nice to that girl, she'll go on a date with me, but she doesn't. She goes and dates like the football player because I live in a teen romance. But like because you're so like obsessed with something that like when it doesn't fulfill what you think should happen, you're like, So Star Wars is life. Also like ball is life.
What?
Ball is life. Basketball, you know?
I
Kobe.
didn't even think you knew a basketball.
Ball is
Wow,
life.
what a reference. Have you ever seen
Baseball
a
is
basketball
life.
game? Have you seen that?
I was talking to someone, I haven't been to a Raptors game since they played at the Sky Dome. Sorry, the Rogers Center.
Skydome. It was a
See,
Skydome.
it was the Sky Dome at the time.
Really?
Yeah, I would love to go to a
It's
Raptors
way
game.
better at the ACC. Soon to be Scotiabank Arena. It's way better there.
Oh, yeah, of
You know,
course.
the Skydome, they had to like block off like
Yeah, exactly.
2/3 of it, and they're like, it's like way too big for basketball.
Yeah, oh, totally.
No, it's way better now.
I would love
And
to go.
so is the team.
Yeah.
I mean, unless, you know.
It's an exciting time to be a Toronto sports fan, I guess. Well, Blue Jays are still trying to figure it out, but
T dot.
I only know this because I was working at the Dome all this week. Sorry, Rogers Center. All this week. And I saw a lot of baseball. So anyways, Star Wars is life.
All you and it was, I think more people that worked at the Jays game were at the Jays game than attended.
Oh, totally. That's actually kind of... Actually, I think 2 days ago was the lowest attendance rate in like 5 years or something.
Since 2015.
But, you know, it's the beginning of the season. What are you gonna...
Well, that's when people are excited.
And it's earlier this year, so it's like, is anyone in baseball mode right now?
If it was sunny outside.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, Finn and Rey are coming
Frey.
are coming in big time. Apparently, Boyega was told by his good pal Daisy Ridley that Finn and Rey would be sharing a lot of screen time. So I guess Daisy Ridley's read the script because Boyega said, "I don't know, but it's going to be a war." Here's the thing. This is the greatest news since my baker sliced my bread for me. I mean,
Hello, James. I'm slicing your bread. I'll be right there.
Keep the ends on it. I like the ends. I don't like when they cut off the ends and they're like, "We'll throw these out." No, that's my food. Look, what do you think? Do you think this is the best move for the franchise?
I think so, because I would argue the most interesting relationship outside of Rey and Kylo is Rey and Finn, because they kind of their meeting in Force Awakens kind of propels us forward in a sense. But they're not really together in this, and then Last Jedi. But like that's a big proponent of like Finn has to get to Rey, or Finn has to be there when Rey comes back. So that's awesome. I'm super excited about that. Then maybe a triangle between Rey, Finn, and Kylo. I mean Rose.
I don't want to piss the Reylo shippers off because I love you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I like Finn and Rey's chemistry a lot.
Yeah.
Not romantic chemistry, but they're like I don't know if he posted or not, but I did a video with Josh.
Mm-hmm.
He called it the death of Reylo. I don't know if he posted it, but I was talking about it and I said, Boyega is awesome because his chemistry with everyone is spot on. But in The Last Jedi, he took Finn took a huge step back, I thought. And I really think if it ended up being Poe with him on Canto Bight, because the Poe and Finn chemistry is off the charts.
Yeah.
Finn and Rey's chemistry is off the charts. And it's just Rose just is like, in the book, she's way better, obviously. But like, it's like shoehorned in there, right? So you're like, ah. And now that he gets to come back with Rey, who kudos to Rian Johnson on this one, the whole point of him in The Last Jedi, for the most part, is to find Rey.
Yeah.
and then they have that embrace at the end of the movie, and now he gets to be with Rey. I just can't wait to see what they have to do with each other, because I think J.J. Abrams has. I compared this to Kasdan with Han Solo when he was writing Force Awakens with Abrams, and he used to get into fights at coffee shops with him and throw plates at J.J. Abrams and be like, Han Solo would never say that. I feel like J.J. Abrams Finn is his Han Solo in that he knows the voice of that character better than anybody, and I think we're going to return to that.
Oh, that's yeah, I can get on board with that. That sounds awesome. Like, but I think we're missing out on the most important ship of this movie. And that's Bobo 8, Poe and BB-8. Nobody loves anyone like Poe loves that droid. Pate. BB Poe.
Bo knows droids.
I cannot say this more than I've said it before. The Poe Dameron comic is so good that should be a movie. And we're just like we're gonna get into a scrap. I'm like I hope that's what Han Solo is gonna be like. Like Poe and BB-8 are like John and Chewie. We're like we're doing things and we're going places. Like that's a movie. Just make that movie.
Well, what do you think is gonna happen in 9? Do you think Poe, like, because Finn and Rey are off doing Finn and Rey things.
Yeah.
Rose is being an engineer or something.
Yeah.
If she's even in it. And then Poe, what's Poe up to? And is he up to that with BB-8, or does BB-8 go off with Rey and Finn?
That's a good question, because like BB-8 just seems to like float from person to person. I think I said this last episode where it's like at one point was Rey and BB-8, but like that's not really the case. Obviously, because they're just not in the same place at the same time. But like, does she even? Yeah, she talks to him at the very end. She's like, your antenna looks good. And I'm like, body shaming. But I think
your accent.
Oh, your antenna looks good. I'm Daisy Ridley. Welcome to Star Wars. I could do this all day. So yeah, but as you asked that, I in my head, because it's like I knew you were asking like where were all these characters going to be in Episode 9. You know what just popped in my head? Finn and Rey together, yes. And possibly clashing with Kylo in some form at some point in the movie. But then Rose stays with Poe because we get the sense that Poe is going to be new leadership in the rebellion, the resistance. Or no, that's a good question. Will it be called the resistance or the rebellion in the next one? Because it seems like the spark of the rebellion? That's the whole... What? Oh, God. I gotta watch this.
Like the fire.
That will start the rebellion? Yeah.
Look, I just think Rian Johnson wanted to say rebellion.
You
were
for
always
sure.
Scum, rebel Scum, but nobody's a rebel.
Did you see that thing about he's in the movie? He's actually holding Han's dice, and it's not it's not Kylo holding the dice. It's actually him. So he put himself, or it's the other way around. It was Luke's hand when he's handing it to Leia. But yeah, I don't even know what we're talking about.
Gareth Edwards at the end of the movie was fantastic.
Yes, salty.
So here's a question. Timeline fans, everybody get your canon goggles out and take notes. So Gareth Edwards is the one that detaches the Tantive from the Vader destruction ship to escape
in Rogue One. Yeah.
But then he shows up on Crate
as a soldier beside the salty
guy. First of all, how old is this character? Secondly, is he a Sith Lord?
I can't remember. Do you see Gareth Edwards' face? Yeah. In Rogue One?
Yeah, I mean, he's running. But if you pause it like this,
yeah,
it's blurry, but yeah. I'm just saying he must be, I think he's a Sith Lord. Darth Edwards. Wait, that's Darth Ward. Darth Gareth.
Darth G.D.
I think we've cracked a code here.
G.E.D. G.E. That's cool.
I love Rogue One, by the way.
Hit a wall.
I love Rogue One.
Yeah, man. Nobody talks about this movie anymore. It's like Last Jedi came out and erased Rogue One from everyone's mind when they're just
No. Sometimes you see a comment, F Disney, F Star Wars, I'm done. Then the next comment or 5 down will be like, but what about Rogue One? And then that person will respond, yeah, I kind of like it. Like Rogue One, I love Rogue One. I think the first like half hour is choppy, which has been except for the Force Awakens. I found all of the Disney era Star Wars to be choppy. I'm curious to see how I'll feel about Solo, a Star Wars story, which will have a crawl.
Oh wow, which is interesting.
Well, look, I
Because
still
does the story of Han Solo require a journal of the will?
No,
Not that matters, but you know what I mean.
Here's why they're doing the crawl. Fan service. I still agree with it not being a Rogue One. It's fan service. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I still agree with, because of the bad press and everything, they're like, well, let's just appease the fans, which is what they freaking do anyway. So I still agree with Rogue One not having it because it is the crawl. Like it's a paragraph from the crawl of A New Hope. So that's fine. However, the crappy Rogue One font that they used
Right.
needs to never be used again. Ever. But I'm cool with Solo having a crawl. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't need one.
Yeah.
But look, everybody complains about everything nowadays, and it's very loud because the internet is huge.
But I just feel like the crawl should just be part of the saga films.
Yeah, but you and me are the only ones.
Because as I agree with you on the font, it does not, in Rogue One, it's not,
Oh, it's
it
garbage.
doesn't really match up. But the only way I would say, yeah, do that font again is that these side stories or whatever, Star Wars stories, whatever, they should have that same typical logo. You know what I mean? So it's like if you look closely, there's this, and they're not tying them together, but you're like, it's this. So you gotta introduce the fact that like this is just gonna be a story that's in this universe. It's not gonna pertain to this.
No, I agree with that. I think though they should.
But yeah,
starting with Solo,
besides
they should change
that, yeah.
font, and then everyone after.
Yeah.
Should have that font. No, but look, the crawl's not necessary. Look, Han Solo grew up on. I don't even know what his backstory is going to be, but they'll do like a 2-second backstory, and then we'll all be like this in the theater. Oh my god, I love the music. I love it. And then he'll drive his little car with Kira beside him. That's obviously the beginning of the movie.
I'm still not used to reading that name. I'm
Kira?
like Kira. Oh yeah, Kira.
Well, it can't be spelled Kira because that was Rey's name. Like, do they only have 3 names in Star Wars land?
Yes.
Okay. Let's move on to Never Tell Me the
Never tell me the odds, James. What are today's odds?
Today's odds are the odds of Kira dying because of something Han Solo does.
I don't want it to be so low. Even though I don't. Are they planning on, if this movie's a success, will they make more Han Solo movies, or just that not in the cards at all?
I don't know.
Because if they were to make more, then I'm like, keep her alive. But if it's just one movie, her dying makes sense to why Han is the way he is, and then also eliminates her from the storyline. Like, well, if they are in fact romantically involved in this movie, you kind of you always want resolution on that. I am going to go with 75% though, because it's sort of like, I feel like nobody can stay alive in these movies anyways.
I'm going with 80 because I think she should die. That sounds rough. But it should be a learning curve for him. And I've always said this. I hope that that's something to do with like her or somebody is the reason why he returns in A New Hope.
What if she turns out to be the real villain? Ooh.
Yep, that's possible, but she's going to die. Why isn't that possible?
She's Paul
Next
Bettany.
week's odds. Next odd. The odds of Finn and Rey romance in episode 9. Goose egg. Goose egg, not an Easter egg, which I had. Like,
I'm going to go high on this because I think any type of romance in Star Wars is always an ambiguity about like what's happening. They're like, they have a relationship. I'm like, but to what length? And like, because as much as we're like, oh, there's something there, but like nothing's.
Well, that's not true because of everyone forgets. Sorry, another go.
Yeah.
But whenever someone mentions Raylo, they're like, oh, I hate it. 50 Shades of Grey. That's exactly what I thought with Anakin and Padme and Han and Leia.
Yeah, pretty well.
Like, there's always been romance. Just we didn't ship things back then.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just- but anyway, no, I know what you're saying.
So I'm gonna go 79% because I'm
Wow.
just throwing out random numbers now.
I'm going goose egg. on
69.
I say 0% of a romance between those two.
I'm cool with that too.
Yeah, if it happens, it happens. That's fine. But
I just feel I go high just because like there's gonna be something that sort of hints at something. All right, like you know how they want to play this out to the very end.
I like the idea of Finn crushing on her still.
Yeah. Oh,
So, like,
yeah.
that's not a romance to me.
Yeah. No.
And the odds of this guy right here, IG88, appearing in Solo,
me?
a Star Wars story.
Please, 100% make it happen. That would be amazing. But then at the same note, I mean, that's me just being me, where like I want as many bounty hunters as possible. I mean, if you're gonna do IG88, you might as well put everybody's favorite Trandoshan in there. Bosk.
That's not my favorite. My favorite is Tosh.
Tosh Bueno.
He is a great bounty hunter. All right. Oh, did I say mine? 111%. 0%.
Actually,
It'd be kind of cool if he's just like in the background.
even if like he calls like I'm coming for you, Solo.
How cool would, the new Lost in Space show's coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on. All right, Hollow News.
Hollow News. Let's
Live
turn on my
from
computer.
Coruscant. Ryan
Here we
Johnson
go.
gets
All right. So, today's news. Ryan Johnson said things, and yeah, they happened. So, a lot of people worrying about, hey, we're getting a lot of Star Wars movies really fast. We've had 3 movies in the last 3 years, I believe, and we have a 4th one coming in less than a month. So, we're worried about oversaturation. We want as many movies and shows as possible because we have a podcast about it, but it's a big topic. So Ryan Johnson addressed it when he was in Austin, Texas. Where does South by Southwest happen? Houston or Austin? Austin. Keep Austin weird. Because during that festival, they released the Blu-ray, so there was an event for it. He said, when people ask me, don't you think people are going to get sick of Star Wars movies? To me, that question indicates that they're thinking of Star Wars movies as a museum exhibit that is wheeled out once a year so you can say, oh, I love that thing. Oh, I remember that. And yes, if Star Wars is that, people are going to get sick of it really quickly. But if Star Wars are great new movies that are exciting and fresh and that challenge you and surprise you and make you feel things and engage you the way these original movies did, but always taking you to new places both in the galaxy and emotionally, that's never going to get old. That's what it's all about. So yeah, he's like, hey haters, I'm going to make some movies and you can suck it. No, but that's a good point. Like I think we need to take a new look at these movies because they're going to keep making them. But the fans are the reason they make it. So if the fans stop going, then they'll stop making it. That's just the way it works. In the next story, obviously, after her passing, a lot of people are like, well, what's going to happen with Leia? So after Carrie Fisher passed away, and I guess recently the petition started that they really want Meryl Streep to replace Carrie Fisher in episode 9, which is like, I was like, this again? But yeah, it's apparently gaining steam, I suppose. It doesn't mean anything, but...
They also started a petition to remove The Last Jedi from canon. Saying...
no one's ignoring my petition to make Teak canon or bring back Teak. But Mark Hamill, as he always does, put his 2 cents in when he was being interviewed at some point. He said, I think it would be tough recasting only because she's so indelibly linked with that character. They're already ruled out the idea of a computer generating her performance like they did with Peter Cushing. So that's really got to be an insurmountable problem. But I know the script has been developed enough so that when we lost her, they had to go back to square one. But she's irreplaceable as far as I'm concerned. So Uncle Mark, this is what he says. I agree. I don't know what to say.
When we did our roundtable in Last Jedi, Andrew was like, I don't want your plan B, I want your plan A.
Ah, yes.
But I feel like they never had a plan A because they keep talking about how nothing makes sense anymore. And then because they had to regroup and do everything over, I think they've just written her out of it.
And in more of a Mark Hamill news, he has declared the way he thinks you should watch Star Wars. And now there's a lot of internet theories on how the best way and our different ways to watch Star Wars. Chronologically, there's that chainsaw one. There's one where you just don't watch Phantom Menace.
No!
Which I think is actually chainsaw. But anyways, he said he feels the best way to watch the Star Wars saga, or just all the Star Wars movies so far, is to watch it in how they were released theatrically, because he thinks that new viewers to the Star Wars cinema will be too confused if you watched it chronologically through narrative, where you go Phantom Menace, Rogue One, original trilogy, and then the new ones, because of what the original trilogy looks like in comparison to the prequels and what they look like now. Like just the advancement in CG and movie effects, it might be jarring, but if you raise your kids right, they'll know how to watch Star Wars. That's fun. I can't help but notice that means you have to watch his stuff first. So, Mr. Hamill, you're crazy. And then finally, Ireland is having its own Star Wars Day festival, specifically this year on March the 4th. May the 4th, as in May the 4th be with you, which lands on a Friday this year. So it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event, which is great because the May the 5th comes out right after it. Having a festival held by the Fáilte Ireland Tourism Board that will take place in Kerry, and it will include I got a list here. You will get. Sorry, guys. You'll enjoy screens of Star Wars: Last Jedi against a backdrop of actual film locations, catch behind-the-scenes exhibitions, enjoy great tours and tastings, guided film location walks, children's workshops, and much, much more. As you know, a large part of the new movies was shot in Ireland, Octo being on Skillymartin Island, and I believe the Beehive houses are there as well. They have... I'm going to butcher all these later. You go Ballyferriter, where the Sian Siabel headland became home to 5 extraplanetary beehive huts in 2016, to Portmagee, home base for some of the cast and crew whilst shooting on the extraordinary Skelling Islands. So that's really cool. I would love to do that, but I don't have time to get over to Ireland, but that would be super fun. I'm curious if they'll do this every year, because it's like at some point it's going to be old news, but maybe they'll just do it every year. And if you've never gone, just go, and it's fun. It would be great if you go to the islands, but I don't know if they really like doing that. But yeah, go to Ireland. May the 4th be with you, yeah. Boyo. And this has been Hollow News.
And this is a t-shirt you can win.
Wow.
Look at that shirt. Shout out to Lin-Manuel Miranda, who gave...
Fatty Fan Theories and his numerous names.
Andres Garcia from Fatty Fan. He's giving us this shirt to give to you guys.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The question will be happening after our top 5, and now it's time for top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5 Denny's trading cards.
I'll trade you my Han for your Lando.
Oh, never. Unless I got doubles.
Okay. Brock, what is your number 5?
My number 5 is... Do you have the... I don't know all the names. I guess Scissor Punch. He's like the insect-looking one, right?
Yeah. Well, so is...
No, sorry. Moloch. Moloch is my number 5 just because... Or actually, let's back it up. My number 5 is going to be the Troopers. Just because I'm like, yeah, Troopers are cool, but like... We knew that they were going to get new Troopers because it's like you can't have a Star Wars without new Troopers, apparently, so... The Mud Troopers or Marsh Troopers, and there's the Range Troopers. Yay!
My number 5 is Therm Scissor Punch, because he's a crab lobster thing. He's got people were saying he has the dumbest name in Star Wars. There's a lot of them.
Hammerhead, Prune Face.
Number 4, Brock.
Mine will be Moloch, because again we get to see. I don't think we've seen him prior to this. Spoilers for the next 2 choices I have. They're just alien ones that we haven't seen before. But yeah, Moloch. That's cool. I like that name.
My number 4 is Enfys. That's bad.
Enfys Nest. Empty's Nest.
Empty Nest, starring what's his name? What was his name? It's a Golden Girls spinoff.
Yeah. I can't remember the name.
Sorry. I love Empty's Nest. And Enfys Nest. He looks cool. Is that Vision? What's his name?
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany. Is that Paul Bettany?
Isn't Paul Bettany supposed to be
we don't know.
Voss? I think it says on IMDb. I could be wrong though.
Yeah.
I like it
but
though.
How do we know that's not Kira in there?
Oh,
she could Enfys Nest.
And going with this Western theme that this movie totally is going for, that kind of looks like First Nations like gear. Like he's like the tree. I'm
Nailed
psyched
it.
for this movie.
My number 3 is Moloch.
My number 3 is Scissor Punch.
The locals in Cairo call Moloch Malouche.
Malouche.
That's a Indiana Jones and the Raiders Lost Ark reference. Bolosh. Bullock. Okay. My number 2, Range Trooper. I can't decide. They're all great.
My number 2 is Six Eye. Just because I like how his pose is like, oh, he looks like a sheriff.
And my number 1, Mud Trooper.
My number 1 is Lando because I love that yellow shirt.
I'm just gonna buy you a yellow shirt.
Oh, it just pops. And again, Donald Glover. I love that guy. He's great.
Those are my favorite. If I could get any of them, I would get the Mud Trooper and the Range Trooper.
But I will say, like, all the other cards of the characters we've already seen, L337, Val, Akira.
Danny knew his name is Val.
Val.
Right up there with the rose.
Val Calrissian. What?
No. But no Sana Solo, thankfully. That's all I've got to say about that. Let us know what you guys think of those cards. Are you going to Denny's this week to get them?
You know it.
Brock, give us a trivia question.
What is the name of Chewbacca's
It's not going to end well.
third cousin? No.
It was just Chewie's son.
No, that's too easy. Yeah, if you're at least a moderate level Star Wars fan, that's got to be something.
This is like a gimme for people that came out here.
Gimme.
We'll just put names in a hat and draw them next week for the people that
No, my question to you is,
Tuscan.
what is the name of the owner of the Mos Eisley Cantina where our cast meets for the first time in A New Hope? It looked like we froze.
Glad you picked an easy one there. Guys, this has been 88 episode
of
the Rebel Scum podcast. Thanks to our friend IG88 for stopping around. He left sometime. I don't know when I edited him out, but he left at some point. So if you're on Patreon, check out my review of The Director and the Jedi. We got to do a review of the novelization of The Last Jedi soon. Got another video coming, and Andrew's got a Mortis video on the way that he still hasn't done yet because he's lazy. But no, that's actually not the truth. Anything else you want to say?
No.
Good luck to everybody that answers that trivia question.
Yeah.
Like I said, your name will be put in a hat, and we will draw that at some point on next week's show, which is episode 89. 11 to go until the big 100. Going to be the most exciting episode we've ever done. We are flying in some special guests. We're not.
We're not. We don't make monies.
We don't.
I mean, we do through Patreon. Thank you.
That's what pays for these microphones.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Really, really means a lot to us. And until next week, Brock, you were always scum.
Six Eyes Scum. Oh, I should have done like Moon over Miami Scum or something like that.
Hey scumbags, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.